Alright bro, so I'm making this video for you on how to maintain and clean your Berkey filter. So what I'm going to do is just clean it and purge the filters, but for you should replace at the very least the white filters. I'm just going to purge mine and put them back, but you should replace yours. So all right, so yeah, make sure you don't want to use any sponges. You just use your hands, and yeah, so start by taking out the top and just dump out the water. And then you want to get a plate ready, which I actually don't have. I'm just going to use a cutting board. And it's actually a good idea to clean your sink real quick before you do this, just because you're going to be putting stuff in the sink. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take out the top. You're going to first take off your whites and just put them aside on a plate. It helps if you have somebody to hold the upper chamber while you unscrew. And then now you're going to want to take the blacks out. So that's these guys right here. I'm just holding the black filter with my finger on the other side so it doesn't fall out. Okay, and then these come right out. Actually, they're a little hard to get out because they got some nasty stuck things. All right. Now you might notice that your filters have like this kind of brownish stuff. Hang on, let me put the light up higher. So you can maybe see this kind of brown stuff on the ends here. So that's what we're gonna try to get off. All right. So first thing is we're gonna clean this upper chamber. And mine has a lot of nasty stuff in it, like you can see kind of this brown film. So that's kind of nasty. So again, we're not using any sponges. You just want to get some soap in your hand and then just kind of get it all around. Mine's particularly gross, so I'm actually just going to do 2 passes with the soap. Just want to make sure you get every square inch. Obviously, wash your hands super well before you do this. Probably should have said that at the beginning, but all right, so mine's still got some nasty stuff on the side, so I'm going to go again. And make sure you get like up top here too, like in this little crevice, because that can get missed. And then you want to also make sure you get around these little holes. Make sure you get all the soap. Don't miss any soap. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside. So now it's all nice and clean on the inside. Now same thing for the bottom. The bottom doesn't really get too dirty because it's all filtered water in there, but you might see some scale buildup in here. Like, I don't know if you can see, yeah, this sort of white stuff. I think it's just like calcification. So it's nothing, it's just minerals. It's nothing bad. So I'm just gonna do one pass on this guy, just in case. And don't even bother trying to get the calcification off because it's not gonna happen. And it doesn't do any harm. Okay. I'm also going to take this ring comes off. Again, you want to be extra thorough, make sure you get all the soap out. Don't let it get stuck in that little spout. You can actually run the spout just to make sure you're getting everything out. All right. Now for the filters. You want to use a sponge, a brand new sponge with a rough side. Do not use a used sponge. Now, we're just going to lightly get the outside of this filter. Get all that brown gunk off. And then just move your way up. Don't push. You don't really need to push at all. You can just use the weight of the filter. Okay. Oh, and then this, you want to take this rubber off too. Put that aside. You're going to have two rubbers. Okay. Now same thing for the other. And make sure you clean under where the rubber was. The rubber, you might notice, is a little slimy. So now we're going to take our two rubbers and just clean them, especially the outsides, because that's where they get particularly gross. Just kind of rub them until they don't feel slimy anymore. Okay, same thing for these little screws, just make sure they're clean. And then the white filters, these you don't really need to clean the outside of, you can just rinse them. But what we're going to do is we're going to purge them. Oh, actually you're going to replace them, I'm going to purge them. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, but so you know how, you want to purge first from the bottom. So like this is this cap here is the top. So you want to flip it over and then put the rubber on here. And then you want to get not too much water pressure here. You want to really, you don't want to over pressurize it. So just about that. And then you're going to push this up really hard against the faucet. You might get sprayed a little bit, but water will come out. You want to do this about 10 seconds. And then flip it and then go the right way. You want to make sure you get a full seal. You don't want water coming out the sides. You want it all to be going through the filter. All right, I'm done. This water is really cold. Okay, now for the blacks. So these you only purge one way. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one of your screws, or wing nut, whatever you want to call it, and then you're going to go flat side up and screw it on about a 1/4 inch, so that this rod comes through about a 1/4 inch, just like that. About the height of one of these rubbers. So then you're going to put this on, the rubber on here, just like that. And then you're going to hold the wing nut like that. And so you just get a grip on it, and then you're going to do the same thing. Again, you don't want too much pressure here. Too much water pressure, that is. You want to push it all the way up against the faucet. I guess I said 10 seconds, but it's really more like 20. Oh, fuck. Okay. And then same thing for the other one. So again, these you can keep. These last a very long time, and maybe next time you do this, you should replace them. All right, and that's pretty much it. You're just gonna get these wing nuts off. And then go ahead and grab your bottom. Or rather, your top. And you're gonna put these back in. Oh, make sure you got your rubber on here first. And then you're going to put it back in. And then the other one. Where is my rubber? There it is. Okay? And then this is why it's easier to have another person. And then you're just gonna wing nut it back on. You want to now you want to have the flat side go on first. So you want the flat side to be up against here. Okay, so you want to get those on tight. You don't need to over tighten it, just tight enough so that the filters stand up straight. Okay. Now, I didn't even clean mine well enough. There's still a tiny bit of brown stuff, but whatever. All right, now you're gonna go ahead and put the whites on. These you want to be careful not to over tighten at all. So again, the top is the cap. And then once it stops, I just go a little further, but you don't need to over tighten it. Also, yeah, make sure your wing nuts are all the way tight. Like mine are not actually tight enough. There we go. Okay, give these a little rinse. And that's it. Back on. And you're done. Just put the ring back on and then that's it. Word up. Peace.